Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the Upper Tier. I am your host, Niall Hogan, and this is the Morning Brew. I'm going to bring you all the latest updates from overnight in relation to football, news and transfers. Let's start yesterday. Sad news yesterday coming out yesterday. Scotland manager Craig Brown has passed away at the age of 82. Very, very sad. The last manager to lead Scotland into some World Cup finals in France 1998. So very sad to hear the passing of Craig Brown. Let's move on. Arsenal looking to Fofana as an alternative to Rice. This is a story that came out, very interesting development. I can't see Arsenal moving on from Rice that easy. They've been chasing the boy now for so long. Surely they're going to get Declan Rice unless City swoop in. But we're hearing that City have made their bid, 80 million plus 10 in add-ons, 90 million in total, which kind of matches Arsenal's bid. So kind of strange, but probably they're offering better payment terms or paying off the fee and stuff like that to get the deal over the line. Let's see what happens there. Arsenal also have sent a new offer to Ajax in relation to Jurrien Timber. Looks like they're going to get him. He could be unveiled as early as Friday, the talk is. He will be a very good signing for Arsenal. He's a defender that's been wanted by United. Liverpool have been looking at him as well. So let's see how that pans out. Personal terms have been agreed, so the deal is proceeding. It looks like Arsenal are going to get him. One thing about Arsenal this window, apart from the Rice deal, which is kind of a very, very big deal with a number of clubs involved, but the other targets they've gone for, Kai Havertz and Jurrien Timber, they seem to have got them over the line pretty quickly, which is good for Arsenal in the transfer window. Rabiot looks set for a 1-year extension at Juve, apparently going to sign it on Wednesday. But could he be lured away to the Premier League for a much longer contract, say a 3-year contract? Certainly he's been linked with Man United. We know the boy is available on a free, so they could pay him the wage, save on the fee. But let us see what happens there. Can they lure him away from Juve, who are only offering a 1-year extension at the moment? Interesting to see. All the conspiracy theorists were out yesterday. Luis Diaz getting the number 7 shirt, the 23 shirt being made available. We know that's the shirt that Nicolo Barella wears at Inter Milan. Is that a sign? Talk is that Liverpool are in for Nicolo Barella. Are they going to be able to lure him away from Inter Milan, freeing up the 23 shirt? Is that an intent or an intention from Liverpool to bring in Nicolo Barella? Or is it just conspiracy theory, really? Let us know your thoughts on that one. Unai Emery, we knew it was only going to be a matter of time for him before he went back shopping to his old club, Villarreal. Looks like he's looking to bring in the boy Pau Torres, defender that's been linked with Man United and a number of other clubs as well. I think he was linked with Chelsea as well last season, stuff like that. Fantastic defender. But looks like he could be on his way to Villa Park as Unai Emery shuffles his pack. Leicester, we know who are going to get raided after getting relegated and stuff like that. Iheanacho, looks like that boy is on his way to Galatasaray in the deal. It's going to be tough for Leicester going forward. Seem to going to be losing a lot of key players. We know Tielemans is out of the building. We know Maddison is about to exit the building. We know Harvey Barnes is about to probably exit the building. And now the boy Iheanacho. So it's tough times ahead for Leicester, I would imagine. News coming out today, Roy Hodgson, I'm sure Crystal Palace fans will be delighted with this. Looks like he's going to sign on for another year as manager. Be interesting to see how things pan out there as well. A lot of talk about Wilfried Zaha. We know there's an offer on the table there from Crystal Palace, 200 grand a week, which is massive money for Crystal Palace. But could he be lured away to the Saudi leagues? Also interest from PSG. So it'll be interesting to see what Roy Hodgson does in that case. If Wilfried Zaha exits the building, then he has to go find himself a front man. Saudi have made a fresh approach, as we said, for Wilfried Zaha as well. They've come back with a better offer. The offer last week was kind of strange as well. I think it was about 37 million, which again is a huge offer. But when you think of the offers that were going out there around that offer, it was quite low in comparison to them. So be interesting to see what they've come back with. No doubt we'll get the details this week on that. Man United apparently were offered Christian Pulisic, but they turned it down. No surprise there. Going to be tough for Chelsea to find a home for this boy. His injury record isn't great and stuff like that. We know he's a fabulous player, plenty of skill, but just his injury record overshadows a lot of that. So it'll be interesting to see, can they find a home for him. But Chelsea on a mad one at the moment, shipping players out the door, left, right and centre. It's going to be interesting to see what Chelsea's starting 11 is the first day of the season. Liverpool at the bridge that day. God knows what Chelsea side we're going to be playing. Union Berlin, moving on from Chelsea as well. Union Berlin look like they're in for David Fofana. They're looking to sign the boy on a 1 year loan. This is a lad who's come in. He's looked pretty good when he has come in and stuff like that, but is he part of Poch's plans? Who knows? But he's going out potentially on a 1 year loan to Union Berlin. Might be a good move and stuff like that, but Chelsea certainly emptying the tank that needs to be kind of filled up a little bit now and stuff like that. So let's see what happens there. Their focus at the moment, although they're looking at Caicedo and various other deals, I think their focus at the moment is heavily towards getting people out the door. And once they get people out the door, then they'll go into the market and start making their signings. We know the boy Jackson is coming in. We know Nkunku has come in and linked with a number of other targets. The talk is maybe 5 or 6 players coming in. So let's see what happens there. Final bit of news for this one is really Max Allegri has turned down a 20 million move being offered to manage Al Hilal in the Saudi League. He turned it down. He wants to stay with Juventus. Big move for the manager. Obviously a disappointing season. A lot of controversy surrounding Juventus and stuff like that. Points be deducted, then given back, then deducted again, and all that kind of stuff. So maybe a move away might have suited him, but it looks like his loyalty is with Juventus and he wants to stay there. So we'll see how that all plays out. Not a huge amount of other news out there at the moment. Again, we expect that probably from the weekend on it'll start to really take momentum as players finish up their contracts on the 30th of June. From the 1st of July it's open season then. Plus we're going to get a lot of players probably returning from those championships and stuff like that. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. Let us know the latest updates. As I said, and I've said on a few of these shows now, it's a very, very condensed market. Not a lot of players being linked with clubs, and a lot of players waiting on other clubs to make moves for players so those players can move around and stuff like that. The Rice one obviously is the big one with the 3 main teams involved in that. City have put in their bid. Arsenal have submitted 2 bids, I think it is now, or 3 bids at this stage, and Man United have also jumped back into the ring as well with players plus cash. Would that be a better deal for West Ham, pending on the players that are on offer? We'll wait and see what Moisey thinks. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Let us know what your team is doing. What have you heard out there? We're also hearing just the final one actually. Liverpool looks like Kefren Turam could potentially stay at Nice. They may not want to sell him. They've had a very disappointing season. And selling off some of the top players like Kefren Turam might not be the way to go. So he may be staying at Nice, pending on how the United takeover pans out with Ratcliffe and Qatar. Announcement supposed to be due on that today. Needs to get fixed up real quick. It's really hampering United's plans in the market. We also know there's a protest there today at the launch of the new home kit. But my feeling is that protest might evolve into something bigger, pending on this announcement that's supposed to be due today in relation to the takeover. Again, United fans, let us know your thoughts in the comments. What's happening there? Have you heard anything? Looks like the talk at the moment is there could be a U-turn on the sale. That would be an absolute disaster with the Glazers wasting 6 months of Ratcliffe's and the Qataris' time. So they won't take that lightly. But again, let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and as always, drop a like on the video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.